hard-hitting stories and unveil the real facts. Welcome to Hard Facts.
I am Maryann Okon, and this is Hard Facts, where we separate truth from fiction. We're passionate about the hard-hitting stories that matter. Get ready to challenge your perception and discover the real world. Let's dive deep into the issues that affect our communities, revealing the untold stories and giving you a voice. No sensationalism, no bias, just raw, unadulterated truth. I am committed to delivering news without compromise. Hard facts as we know them, when we know them, and how they affect you. Every Monday through to Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. This will be your most authentic news experience starting now on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
This is Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome back to Hard Facts. I'm Sheriff Quadry. Maryann couldn't make it in today, so we're going to have a very interesting session right now because we're about to talk Nigeria's economy. That is what we want to talk about. We want to look at Nigeria at 65 and the state of our economy. And who better to do justice to this conversation than Dr. Muda Yusuf. He's the director and founder of Center for the Promotion of Private Enterprises, CPPE. Dr. Muda Yusuf, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sheriff.
It's always a pleasure.
Like honorable member of the House.
Sir, you said? I said
you are looking like a member of the National Assembly.
You look good, sir. You look very, very good. I'm glad to be speaking with you. Let's dive in. Nigeria has come a long way since 1960. There have been policies, one policy after another policy after policy, all geared. I mean, I could say that the policy formulators and people in government over time, they had good intentions to improve the lots of the people of Nigeria. But look at it critically. How would you describe our evolution economically over the past 65 years?
Well, it has been a story of ups and downs. Immediately after independence, when we had the civilian regime, before we had the military coup of 1966, after which we had the Civil War, we had a fairly stable democracy. And we also had a structure that was largely decentralized. I'm talking about the regional governments. There was a lot of, commitment to governance. There wasn't so much of culture of corruption. There was a great deal of nationalism. We had regional competition, and we had an economy that was sustained by agriculture. And agriculture by nature is a very inclusive economy.
Right.
We had rubber, we had cocoa, we had groundnut, we had we had all sorts, which got people engaged. Even our export earnings were largely from agriculture. So that was the story. So politically, we were doing very well. Economically, well, not so well, but we are also progressing because we had an inclusive economy. Until we had two major disruptions. First, the disruption by the military. The second disruption, which ordinarily should have been positive, but the disruption by the crude oil boom. So those two factors changed the dynamics. And those are the things that we have been grappling with up until now. The oil boom led to a complete neglect of agriculture and all other inclusive parts of the economy. The military rule, which came after the coup, also created a whole lot of problems in terms of governance. So I think that is where we missed the issues. And from then till now, I'm not sure we have been able to get it properly right. We are still struggling with the structure of the economy. We are still struggling with the quality of governance. Those are the issues, basically.
Dr. Muda, you struck a chord with the way you chronicled our economic evolution, and I love your brevity as well. But then let's look at this. We're still in the past, right? Because I like for us to build up to the present. If we speak with people like yourself, you always compare Nigeria's economic journey to that of countries like Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia to some extent, which has similar starting point like Nigeria. But what do you think explains the divergence in outcome? I mean, how would you explain it? Why did they get it wrong? Why did they get it right? Why did we get it wrong?
Well, it comes back to issue of leadership and governance. If you look at the documents that were prepared in the 60s, even up till the 70s, I'm talking of the development plans.
Okay.
They were fantastic documents. Anybody who is old enough to have gone through those documents. The first National Development Plan, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, I think we had the fifth one, which provided for a kind of long-range planning.
Long-term planning.
Long-term planning. And if you look at the thinking that went into those documents, I mean, they were fantastic. And at that time, we had a bureaucracy that was also very solid. So, but when we now went through the oil boom, we got carried away by the oil boom, and the oil boom came largely within the military regime. So there was a lot of concentration on how to share the resources. There was also so much commitment to those long-term plans. Because if you look at these countries that you mentioned, some of them have plans spanning up to 50 years. There you are looking at Malaysia, China, and the rest of them. And they don't have situations where when a party comes to power, the manifesto supersedes the plan. They build on what has been happening.
Right.
But gradually, we got ourselves into a situation where what mattered in governance was the manifesto. So each time you have a new government, you have a new manifesto, you have a new agenda. And that does not help planning. It doesn't help consistent development of the economy. That is one major issue. Long-term planning. So that you do it as if you are running a relay race. After your regime, you hand over the baton to another person. And even if you have to tweak it, you don't tweak it in a fundamental way that you lose the vision that are contained in the plan. So that is one. Secondly, we unfortunately had a situation where a lot of corruption came into governance. If you look at those who ruled during the regional governments, you can't point to any of them as being worthy. Look at all I mean, they are not the kind of people that can point. But at a point, governance became an opportunity for enrichment. So we lost the focus of proper governance for most part of those periods, from the oil boom period up until now. So that is perhaps the major difference. Because if you look at even our democratic journey, we had a situation where democracy had become almost an enterprise, where you go, you invest, and you recoup. You are looking at the rate of return on investment. So much so that it became a profession for some people. So politics as a service is not so much there. But politics as an enterprise became very predominant. So these were the fundamental issues. And because of that, many of our institutions became weakened. Whether you are talking about the civil service, you are talking about the political office holders, many of the institutions, whether judiciary, National Assembly, and all of that. And no country can progress if you don't have very solid institutions.
Indeed.
So that trajectory had led to gradual weakening of the institutions of state. If you look at these countries that you mentioned, they have very solid institutions. So that even if you are veering out of line, the institutions will make sure that you don't veer out of line and you don't disrupt the flow. But when institutions begin to collapse, then you have a lot of things falling apart. That is not to say that we have not achieved anything since then till now.
I mean, that's exactly where that's where I'm going next, because you mentioned something very striking, that these countries, they have long-term planning way back then, and they're still expanding on the plans that they have built, and they are focused on those plans. And I'd like to know, Dr. Muda Yusuf, I mean, let's go back. Let's go way back and look at those policies that past governments have instituted. Is there any of those policies that shaped our economy, or still shaping our economy till today, that you can remember, you can point to and say, this policy is an old policy, or was an old policy rebranded to look like new, or still an old policy that's still taking place right now? Is there any of sort at all that we can say this policy had been here for 40, 50 years and is still making our lives better?
Well, it's whether it's making our lives better or making it worse. Could be either. One that I can think of, for instance, is our industrialization policy.
Okay.
Now, before the oil boom, we had industries that were resource-based. In other words, it was the resources we had that will determine the kind of industries that we will develop. But between 1970 up to the 80s and getting close to the 90s, we had what we call import substitution strategy of industrialization. And the whole essence of that strategy was to look at what we were importing and try to produce it locally.
Okay.
Without taking into account where the resources you will use for that production will come from. But because we have so much oil money, foreign exchange was not a problem. So we had a lot of industries that were highly import dependent. So when we now had a crisis in the 80s, because we are heavily dependent on oil, so when oil price now crashed in the 80s, we ran into problem. In fact, most of the recession that we have had about 8 recessions since independence to date. Most of those recessions were linked to the collapse of oil price. So it became a major crisis because the economy was too import dependent. That is what led to the structural adjustment program. When at a point, I think oil price dropped to maybe $10 or so. So it's a question of, a strategy that was predicated on the fact that you will always have the foreign exchange. And that is why the economy up to today is so sensitive to developments in the foreign exchange market. Each time something happens in the foreign exchange market, we're in trouble. So these are some of the legacy policy issues which we are now trying, to walk away from.
Have we made effort to have we made any effort to going back to that industrialization policy that you mentioned? Have we made any effort at all to go back to it since we have seen the mistake that we've made?
Some of these reforms inherently is to compel us to go back to such policies.
Okay.
Because if you look at the industrial space today, most of the companies that are doing well, most of them are those who are sourcing raw materials locally, largely. Even if you take a look at the stock exchange, apart from the financial services sector, when you look at manufacturing, most of them are those who are sourcing raw materials locally, largely. So the higher the local value addition, the more sustainable the industrialization is, the more competitive the industries are. So the current reform, with the convergence of the exchange rate, taking away the subsidy in the foreign exchange, is beginning to make industries to now look inwards, and not just industries alone, even the citizens. A lot of people are now looking more inward to look at how you can replace what you are importing with what is available locally. So there's this gradual structural shift as a result of the reform in the foreign exchange market. So that we are beginning to change, but it is not easy to change overnight. And that is why the adjustment has been extremely painful. To move from a highly import-dependent regime to an inward-looking regime is extremely very difficult, especially when you are not able to source foreign exchange from oil as it used to come.
That's right.
As we used to have. So that is the issue.
Dr. Muda, Yusuf, we're going to head out on a quick break right now. But before then, I'd like to drop this question. So when we come back, we just jump right into it. And then we can take feedback from Lagos that is listening to us right now. Lagos, if you're listening, please get ready with your question. Be ready. If you're ready, you can start sending them in via WhatsApp. I will take those questions from WhatsApp very quickly so that we can get this moving. Dr. Muda Yusuf, we've rightly built this conversation. We talked about the past, what we got wrong, what we did wrong, and what we didn't get right in the past. But looking at the present, when we return, in fact, you can even jump right into it. If we can't finish before the break, then we'll come back to it. How would you assess the current state of Nigeria's economy now that we're 65? Are we progressing? Are we stagnant? Are we regressing? The president said in his speech that we've turned a corner. Do you agree with him? First is, what is our situation right now? Are we progressing? Are we stagnant? Are we regressing?
Now, there are different ways of looking, of making this assessment. From a purely economic and business point of view, we have made a lot of progress. And what I mean by that is that when you look at each of the sectors of the economy, where those sectors were 10, 20, 30 years ago, and where they are now, you will appreciate that there has been significant transformation. Let me start from the media.
Okay.
For those of us that are 60s and above, you know how many radio stations we had in the early 60s. We had only Radio Nigeria. We had only NTA. At that time, for you to watch a television, you have to sit down and wait till 4 o'clock before you open the box. It used to be wooden box for those televisions. Look at how much transformation has taken place today. Today, we'll be counting close to 600 broadcast stations. Because at that time, it was almost an abomination for a private investor to be in broadcasting. Look at the change that has taken place today.
Dr. Muda, I'm going to have to interrupt you now because we need to head out for this quick break. But please, we are on media. When we return, we'll quickly move on to other sector of the economy, right? Dr. Muda Yusuf joins us right now. We'll be right back, Lagos. Stay with us, please. Don't go anywhere.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
With 20 essential vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, One Supermalt multivitamin after breakfast every day keeps you going.
Let me just you guys. So, Judith visited me a few weeks ago and brought food stuff. While unpacking, she pulled out John Vent's 3-in-1 chocolate and started hyping it. Creamy, tasty, and more. I just smiled and nodded, not taking her seriously. Fast forward 2 weeks, I'm calling her, asking where she bought it because I need more for my family.
Once you've had a taste of instant goodness, there is no going back. John Vent's 3-in-1 chocolates. Enjoy instant goodness.
Stay fresh, stay dry with Nivea Dry. No bad smell, it protect from sweat and it last well.
Nivea Dry don't get 25 ml pack. Make you rush go buy am.
The prices no dey tear pocket. Make you stay fresh, stay dry with Nivea Dry.
Nivea Dry deodorant will help you maintain your steeze. E don dey for 25 ml small size for boys and girls wey sabi.
You dey find where you fit bet sharply and cash out anytime.
Bet dey here. From Bet. Football. Withdrawal.
Now sharp.
Odds when a boss brain. 100 million casino jackpot. Intro. Your life will change with Bet. Bonus boku when you sign up. And Bet iBot AI. There to help you for predictions matter 247.
No dolo.
Sharply download the Bet app now or visit www.ilotbet.com. If you snooze, you lose. I play, I win. Bet. For 18 years and above, play responsibly.
I am malaria, the king of malaria parasites. My mission is simple: to take over your body, to cause fever, chills, headache. But one thing stands in my way. Come on.
Effective relief from malaria. Comal on. Malaria gone. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult doctor.
Who says heroes wear capes? Sometimes they're just kids making a big difference in small ways. Join us for the 17th Indomie Heroes Awards as we celebrate extraordinary children doing the incredible. Tune in on October 11th at 5 p.m. on Africa Magic Family. Watch again on October 12th at 3 p.m. on NTA, 6 p.m. on Channels TV, and 5 p.m. on AIT. Then October 13th at 6 p.m. on TVC. Indomie Heroes Awards, celebrating unsung heroes. Don't miss it.
Hey, Omo, see package. This is what I call full house.
Yes, sir, that's me.
Who's talking about you? I'm talking about this Peak Yogurt Drink Full House pack in your hand.
The Peak Yogurt Drink 1 liter Full House pack with more refreshment contains fresh cow milk. Share and enjoy full house goodness filled with essential vitamins and minerals. Peak. Reach for your peak.
My mama no lie, oh. Food way sweet na money kill and plus everything combined, oh. Everything combined, oh. Ogbonge just the arrive, oh. She tell me say na Devon King, so yeah, all she dey use fry, oh. Yeah. Now why did you love it this sweet like this? Chicken in the crisp like this. Fry the plantain, the chips and fish. Everything sweet and bliss. It's very, very soya, my cheese. Now we dey run it down like cream. They cook it, they fry with cheese. Devon King oil is very, very.
Introducing the new Devon King's Soya Vegetable Oil from Devon King's, our trusted family brand. Available in stores nationwide.
You dey find where you fit bet sharply and cash out anytime.
Bet dey here. From Bet. Football. Withdrawal.
Now sharp.
Odds when a boss brain. 100 million casino jackpot. Intro. Your life will change with Bet. Bonus boku when you sign up. And Bet iBot AI. There to help you for predictions matter 247.
No dolo.
Sharply download the Bet app now or visit www.ilotbet.com. If you snooze, you lose. I play, I win. Bet. For 18 years and above, play responsibly.
Who says heroes wear capes? Sometimes they're just kids making a big difference in small ways. Join us for the 17th Indomie Heroes Awards as we celebrate extraordinary children doing the incredible. Tune in on October 11th at 5 p.m. on Africa Magic Family. Watch again on October 12th at 3 p.m. on NTA, 6 p.m. on Channels TV, and 5 p.m. on AIT. Then October 13th at 6 p.m. on TVC. Indomie Heroes Awards, celebrating unsung heroes. Don't miss it.
Waiting happen. Omo, every time I do small transaction, they don't slam me with original extra charges, SMS alerts, bank transfer, even bill payment self. They know they put the person at all. You never hear say with Smart Cash, you fit send money go another bank, pay your bills, and receive SMS alerts all for free. For free? Yes, now for free. Then go even pay you 15% interest per annum on top your savings.
Hey, got some for me now. How can you join Smart Cash?
Dial *939# or download the Smart Cash app today to begin enjoy zero extra charges on all transactions. Smart Cash, money matter na sense. Smart Cash na by Airtel.
There is something about good news. You can't keep it to yourself.
Guys, it has finally happened.
There is something about joy. You can't keep it to yourself. And there is something about the rich taste of Lipton. You can't keep it to yourself.
When you get something you enjoy, you share. Lipton Yellow Label. Tea so good, you want to share.
Keystone Mega Milli Giveaway. Cash is calling. Keep on winning. Oh, keep on winning. More. Ooh, Millions waiting.
From now to December 31st, 2025, you could be one of the 565 lucky winners in the Keystone Mega Milli Giveaway. Simply carry out 10 transactions or more on any Keystone Bank channel for weekly cash wins, or save 10,000 naira or more for a month to qualify for the mega draw where millionaires are made. No account yet? Download the Key mobile app from your app store and open one today for your share of millions. T's and C's apply. Keystone Bank. We grow together.
New Lafarge Water Shield Cement now confirm. Number one waterproof cement for Nigeria. Yeah. Ogbonge cement for waterlogged areas. Number one waterproof cement for Nigeria. Yeah. New Lafarge Water Shield Cement number one. New Lafarge waterproof cement now confirm. One time. Put full stop for water wahala. With Lafarge Water Shield Cement, water go collect. If water jam house, or the shit, Lafarge, na confirm. Cement, new Lafarge Water Shield Cement, na confirm.
Put full stop for water wahala.
Oh, the only detergent that keeps me bright and fresh. What about that? Look at you, I wouldn't wanky. Viva Murphy England. It's all this up for hidden net in your better Viva. Chiri Viva. Maswaka go Renudo Viva. Viva, oh Viva. Ina some Viva. Obuiche Viva. Omero Viva Titila. Viva, oh Viva. Ina some Viva. Obuiche Viva. Omero Viva Titila.
Viva Plus detergent, a quality cleaning powder from Aspira.
As we mark another client service week, Cool FM, Wazobia FM, Nigeria Info, Kids FM, and Ariwa Radio want to thank and appreciate our reputable clients for your continuous patronage to our brands. Coca-Cola, Netflix, Nestle PLC, Tolerap, MTN, Airtel, Jameson's, Dambik IBTC, Nigerian Breweries, from Masada, Floor Mills of Nigeria, International Breweries, Friesland Campina, Guinness, Terra Group, South African Tourism, Fan Yogo, House on the Rock, Reliance HMO, Samsung, Oando, Amatem, Indrive, Total Energy, Energies, Bolt, Mamador, LG, Big Bull, Salonpass, PNG, UAC, Dabur India Limited, Cadbury, PalmPay, Nivea, Jumia, BetKing, Emirate Airline, MoneyPoint, Mocha Foam, Sterling Bank, Devon King, and many more. We assure you that our outstanding and timely service delivery will always be our priority as we offer more to serve you better.
Who says heroes wear capes? Sometimes they're just kids making a big difference in small ways. Join us for the 17th Indomie Heroes Awards as we celebrate extraordinary children doing the incredible. Tune in on October 11th at 5 p.m. on Africa Magic Family. Watch again on October 12th at 3 p.m. on NTA, 6 p.m. on Channels TV, and 5 p.m. on AIT. Then October 13th at 6 p.m. on TVC. Indomie Heroes Awards, celebrating unsung heroes. Don't miss it.
Waiting happen. Omo, every time I do small transaction, they don't slam me with Orishirishi extra charges, SMS alert, bank transfer, even bill payment safe. They know they pity person at all. You never hear say with Smart Cash, you fit send money go another bank, pay your bills, and receive SMS alert all for free. For free? Yes, now for free. Then go even pay you 15% interest per annum on top your savings.
Hey, got so for me now. I can join Smart Cash.
Dial *939# or download the Smart Cash app today to begin enjoy zero extra charges on all transactions. Smart Cash, money matter na sense. Smart Cash na by Airtel.
Hey, madam, please, where can I buy soya oil?
You know there is soya oil, and then there is Devon King's soya oil, which is very, very, very soya.
I just wanted to hurry and buy soya oil to cook for my family.
Aha! For those your fine family, they will like Devon King's soya oil. It is very, very soya.
Okay. Oh yeah, give me the Devon King soya oil. That's very, very soya.
Introducing the new Devon King's Soya Vegetable Oil from Devon King's, our trusted family brand. Available in stores nationwide.
Little body, big moves. Little brain, big learning. Your little child is eager to do big things. Every sachet of Cerelac Junior comes with the nutrition they need: natural grains, protein, and iron to support their physical growth, learning, and development. So you can fully enjoy your little one's big moments of growth.
This is what goodness tastes like. Golden caramel, creamy buttermint, and rich coffee. There's a Cadbury candy for every moment.
Cadbury Caramel, Cadbury Coffee, Cadbury Buttermint. Sweet, smooth, and full of flavor. Whether you're chilling at home or on the move, there's a Cadbury candy for every mood.
Yeah, there's a Cadbury candy for every moment.
Who says heroes wear capes? Sometimes they're just kids making a big difference in small ways. Join us for the 17th Indomie Heroes Awards as we celebrate extraordinary children doing the incredible. Tune in on October 11th at 5 p.m. on Africa Magic Family. Watch again on October 12th at 3 p.m. on NTA, 6 p.m. on Channels TV, and 5 p.m. on AIT. Then October 13th at 6 p.m. on TVC. Indomie Heroes Awards, celebrating unsung heroes. Don't miss it.
Mom, are you going shopping?
Yes, darling.
Can you get me a Capri Sun beach ball, please, Mommy?
For sure. Wait, where do I get a Capri Sun beach ball?
There's a free beach ball inside every carton of Capri Sun, Mom.
That's right. The Capri Sun Beach Ball promo is here. There's a free beach ball inside every carton of Capri Sun. Terms and conditions apply.
Capri Sun, the taste of fun.
It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development and the care they need with the new NanKid 4, with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics to help your child's digestion and development, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. And all of these work together to support your child's development and growth today and tomorrow. NanKid 4, nourish your child's potential.
Who says heroes wear capes? Sometimes they're just kids making a big difference in small ways. Join us for the 17th Indomie Heroes Awards as we celebrate extraordinary children doing the incredible. Tune in on October 11th at 5 p.m. on Africa Magic Family. Watch again on October 12th at 3 p.m. on NTA, 6 p.m. on Channels TV, and 5 p.m. on AIT. Then October 13th at 6 p.m. on TVC. Indomie Heroes Awards, celebrating unsung heroes. Don't miss it.
The news you need, the conversation you hear, the station you love.
Federal exports hit 371 billion naira amid heavy import reliance.
Resident doctors give federal government 30 days to address doctors' demands.
Jonathan will return to Aso Rock as president, says Professor Jerry Ghana.
Those who actually frustrated him out of office may be so desperate to wish him back.
Workers have a right, a constitutionally afforded right, to join unions or not to join.
Madam ADC gives article ultimatum to pick membership card, so it's not even pick his membership card. All these
really, we are not all we have. You know, they have other things.
Or we're not enough.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Welcome back from that break. It's 4:41 from our studios. I am Sheriff Quadry. Dr. Muda Yusuf is still on the show with me today, and we're having conversation about Nigeria 65, the economic outlook of the country. That's what we're looking at. Before the break, it was breaking down, our situation in terms of our economy, whether we are moving forward, whether we are stagnant or we are regressing. And Dr. Muda opined that we are obviously have made tremendous achievement if you look at it in some areas. But Dr. Muda, I'm afraid we don't have that much time. We have about 4 minutes left on this program. 4 minutes left on this. I've just been told. But before we go, I'd like to ask you this question, because if I did not see, I'm not sure that I'll be able to forgive myself. The government has implemented, several reforms such as fuel subsidy removal, exchange rate unification, and some other reforms like that. You also have the student loan, the NEL fund scheme, and everything. Have these delivered any tangible benefits yet that you know?
Well, yeah, those reforms, first, I look at them from the point of view of the damage control that they have been able to do. Because at the inception of this administration, for instance, our external sector, which is anchored largely on foreign exchange, was almost collapsing completely.
Right.
We had, net reserve of less than $5 billion. If anybody knew that, the economy would have collapsed completely. We had an economy that was being funded largely by ways and means, which was printing of money. We had an economy that was bleeding profusely from this fuel subsidy thing. So the way we look at it is what would have happened if those reforms had not taken place. The situation would have been much worse than what we have now. I agree with you. The pain of those reforms has been quite devastating, especially for those who are fixed income earners, those who are earning salaries whose salaries have not been adjusted to reflect the inflation, those who are unemployed, and particularly the pensioners. It has been very devastating, I must agree. But looking at it from a macroeconomic point of view, looking at how to salvage the economy, I think that is where the benefit of the reform had been. What has been missing is the action and quick and urgent action of government to remedy or to mitigate the pains of those reforms. That is what I think we have not done enough of. And also, let me quickly add, in terms of what has happened, we have seen significant private sector footprint in ICT, in telecoms, in financial services, in the real estate, in entertainment sector, and so on and so forth. These are significant impact of private investment that we should not take for granted.
Right.
Those things were not there.
Right.
But what I must also say is that our infrastructure investment, which will come largely from the government, has fallen far short of what the economy demands. So that has been a major problem. The infrastructure stock is too low compared to the size of the economy.
Right.
So that has been contributing to productivity problems. That's also been contributing to poverty problems. So those things I think are very significant for me to mention.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Muda Yusuf. Always a pleasure. 1 hour, 2 hours, never enough to have a conversation with you. You break economic conversation down. Ideally, those things sound so boring to most people, including myself. But anytime I have a conversation with you, it's just like somebody telling me a story. That's how I feel. Thank you so much. I do have a good evening. Dr. Muda Yusuf is the Director, Chief Executive Officer of Center for the Promotion of Private Enterprise. CPPE is joined us this evening virtually. Many thanks to him. Let's take a quick break. We have some guests that will be joining us in a moment. We have a conversation with them. Stay with us, please. Don't go anywhere.
This is Nigeria Info, where the conversation begins.
Do you think, as a scientist, we need GMOs in Nigeria?
Nigeria as a government has a policy that promotes the use of advanced biotechnology in ensuring food safety.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.